In Part 1, we covered the full story. The Pentagon standoff. The any lawful purpose clause. The court order preserving your deleted conversations. 2.5 million users canceling ChatGPT. Claude hitting #1 on the App Store. And the job displacement numbers that are restructuring the professional labor market, whether institutions admit it or not. If that episode made you uncomfortable, good. Now let's get specific. This episode has 2 parts. First, the ethical AI alternatives, a practical guide to what to actually use, ranked by use case, privacy, and values alignment. Second, the 5-point action plan for professionals who want to be on the right side of the AI transition. Before the guide, one critical piece of context. 6 months ago, the question, should I leave ChatGPT, had a real trade-off answer. You might sacrifice capability for ethics. That trade-off no longer exists at anything like the same scale. ChatGPT's market share dropped from 87.2% to 68% in the 12 months to January 2026. Not because the alternatives got louder, but because they got genuinely better. Independent benchmarks now show Claude matching or exceeding ChatGPT on reasoning tasks. Gemini outperforms on factual accuracy with a 94% correct response rate in standardized testing. Perplexity outperforms ChatGPT by 40% on research scenarios. The AI market in 2026 is genuinely competitive in a way it was not 18 months ago. The QuitGPT movement's own website said it clearly. People think ChatGPT is the only chatbot in the game. It hasn't been for some time. The difference now is that the ethical case and the capability case point in the same direction. You can leave ChatGPT without leaving quality behind. Here is the guide, organized by use case, privacy profile, and values alignment, not by who paid for the ranking. For deep reasoning, long documents, and ethical architecture, Claude by Anthropic. This is the tool whose company held the line. Claude is built on what Anthropic calls constitutional AI, a framework that encodes ethical constraints directly into how the model reasons, not just as a filter applied after the fact. It processes up to 200,000 tokens in a single session, meaning you can feed it full contracts, lengthy reports, complex research documents, and it holds context across all of it. Independent testing shows it matches GPT-5 on reasoning tasks and outperforms on nuanced writing. On privacy, Tom's Guide's comprehensive privacy comparison of the 4 major AI platforms named Claude the clear winner for the most private choice with the fewest compromises. Unlike ChatGPT, Claude does not use your conversations to train its models by default. There is no court preservation order on your Claude conversations. And the company whose infrastructure you are using just publicly refused a government demand for unrestricted access to that infrastructure. Free tier. Available with message limits. Pro plan, $20 per month. Best for long document analysis, complex reasoning, professional writing, sensitive client work, NGO program design, SOP development. Not ideal for real-time web search on the free tier, deep Google ecosystem integration. For research with citations and real-time information, Perplexity AI. Perplexity is a different product category entirely. It is not trying to replace ChatGPT. It is a research AI that cites every claim with a source in real time. If you are fact-checking, building evidence-based reports, preparing briefings, or writing anything that needs to be accurate and verifiable, Perplexity is the right tool. Every response shows you exactly where the information came from. Hallucination risk drops significantly because the model is retrieving and synthesizing current sources rather than generating from training data. For development professionals, NGO proposal writers, and consultants who need defensible sourced analysis, this is the most underused tool in the market. Privacy note. Perplexity offers tight control and customizable privacy settings. Tom's Guide rated it second only to Claude on privacy. On paid tiers, you can also specify which underlying AI model Perplexity uses, including Claude itself, giving you Anthropic's reasoning inside Perplexity's research interface. Free tier, available. Pro plan, $20 per month. Best for research, fact-checking, current events analysis, sourced report writing. Not ideal for open-ended creative generation, long multi-turn conversations. For Google ecosystem users and multimodal tasks, Google Gemini. Gemini is the pragmatic choice for anyone already embedded in Google Workspace. It integrates directly with Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and Drive. Its free tier now runs on Gemini 3 Pro, one of the most capable free-tier AI experiences available. The context window at 2 million tokens is double most competitors. And Gemini's real-time web access, grounded in Google Search, means factual accuracy is among the highest of any major platform. The honest trade-off: Google's data model means your activity informs Google's broader advertising and product ecosystem. If you use Google services extensively already, this is a marginal additional exposure. If you are privacy-focused outside Google's ecosystem, the strings attached are worth factoring in. Free tier, genuinely capable. Advanced plan, $19.99 per month. Best for research with current information, Google Workspace power users, multimodal tasks including image and audio input. For Microsoft ecosystem and enterprise compliance, Microsoft Copilot. If your professional life runs through Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Teams, Copilot is the most integrated AI available. Its compliance credentials, GDPR, HIPAA, SOC 2, make it the safest choice for regulated industries including finance, healthcare, and legal services. Outside the Microsoft ecosystem, the value drops considerably. But inside it, the integration depth is unmatched. Free tier, available. Microsoft 365 integration, bundled or add-on pricing. Best for Microsoft 365 power users, enterprise knowledge workers, regulated industries. For maximum privacy and data sovereignty, Ollama and LocalAI, open source self-hosted. This is the option most people haven't heard of, and for certain use cases, it is the most important one. Ollama and LocalAI allow you to run large language models entirely on your own hardware. Your conversations never leave your device. There is no company, no server, no government access condition, no terms of service to accept. You own the infrastructure completely. The trade-off is technical setup. This requires comfort with command line tools and enough local computing power to run the models. But for development professionals, NGO workers in sensitive political environments, consultants handling confidential client strategy, or anyone building proprietary frameworks they genuinely cannot afford to expose, the capability now exists to run models that rival GPT for performance entirely offline. Mistral's Le Chat is a French open-weight model worth noting here too. Designed for businesses and developers who want more control over data, with self-hosting options and no dependence on US or Chinese infrastructure. Given the current geopolitical environment, European-origin AI infrastructure is increasingly relevant for organizations working in sensitive civic or governance contexts. Free, fully open source. Best for maximum privacy, sensitive data, proprietary IP protection, offline use cases. What to avoid: Grok by xAI. The QuitGPT movement explicitly advised against Grok, and with good reason. Grok is built by Elon Musk's xAI, integrated into X, and its data governance sits entirely within Musk's ecosystem. For anyone concerned about political data exposure, surveillance risk, or the concentration of AI and media infrastructure in a single politically active owner, Grok is not a values-aligned choice. Now the professional action plan. But first, let us be precise about what AI does and does not replace. AI excels at pattern recognition in large data sets, generating structured text from templates, summarizing documented knowledge, translating across formats, executing defined multi-step processes at scale, 24 hours a day without a sick day or a salary review. AI is structurally limited in genuine relational intelligence, navigating ambiguity in unpredictable human environments, generating trust in high-stakes personal interactions, ethical judgment in novel situations, physical presence, and creative originality rooted in lived experience. The professionals most exposed are those whose primary output is structured documents from existing information, reports, proposals, summaries, translations, data analyses. That does not mean they are finished. It means the version of their role that exists today is transitioning. Workers with verified AI skills now earn 25% more on average than those without. AI-related job openings grew 25% in Q1 2025 compared to Q1 2024. The market is consolidating around depth of AI understanding, not just access to AI tools. 5 actions. Specific. Startable this week. 1. Audit your tool stack this week. Go through every AI platform you currently use. Check the data retention policy. Check whether your conversations are used for model training. Check what government access conditions apply. For any tool handling client data, proprietary frameworks, or sensitive organizational information, know what you agreed to. 2. Migrate your sensitive work to values-aligned infrastructure. If you are a consultant, NGO professional, or entrepreneur with proprietary frameworks, and you are currently doing that work inside ChatGPT, move it. Claude for deep reasoning and long documents. Perplexity for sourced research. Ollama or LocalAI for anything you genuinely cannot afford to expose. The switching cost is low. The risk of not switching is not. 3. Shift your value proposition to the irreplaceable quadrant. Whatever percentage of your work sits in AI's automation zone, reduce it deliberately. Use AI to do that work faster, and redirect the saved time toward what only you can do. Relationships, judgment, presence, accountability. Reposition your output mix before the market does it for you on its own terms. 4. Build real AI fluency, not surface familiarity. The premium in the next 5 years goes to professionals who understand what AI is actually good at, can design workflows that leverage it precisely, and know when to override it. That is a learnable skill. Start with one tool, go deep, document your workflow improvements, and build that into your professional value proposition. 5. Diversify your income architecture. Your employer is your donor. And as we have documented across this entire series, donors cut budgets without warning. What can you productize from your expertise? A course, a template library, a consulting package, an SOP framework? The professionals who retire financially free in the next decade will have built income streams no single employer or policy shift can cancel. The QuitGPT movement is significant not because 2.5 million users canceling ChatGPT will collapse OpenAI. They won't. It is significant because it demonstrates something that the development sector, the professional class, and individual entrepreneurs all need to internalize. Institutional character under pressure is the only reliable indicator of institutional character. The companies, the organizations, and the people who hold their principles when it is costly. Those are the ones worth building your future on. Anthropic held its line. Users noticed. The market moved. That is how accountability actually works in a functioning ecosystem. Each new episode dropping decodes one more layer of this shift. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this with someone navigating the AI transition without a map. Next episode, we get into how the trifecta is reshaping every business. From the corner store to the corporate boardroom, no business model is immune. See you in the next one.